Some people treat their birthday like any other day. No countdown, no big plans, sometimes not even a mention. They wake up, follow their routine, and move through the day as if nothing special is happening. Not because they forgot, not because they don't care, but because for them, it never felt necessary to make it bigger than it is. Others might find that strange. They might assume something is missing, that there's a deeper reason behind the quiet, or that the person is trying to appear indifferent. But most of the time, that isn't true. For these people, birthdays don't feel like milestones. They feel like pauses, moments acknowledged internally, without the need for attention or celebration. This behavior often goes unnoticed until someone points it out. And when they do, the response is usually simple: a small smile, a calm reply, or sometimes no explanation at all. In everyday life, people who treat their birthday like a normal day often share similar patterns. They don't rely on external validation to measure time or worth. They don't feel the need for reminders that they matter, and they rarely attach meaning to dates unless those dates carry personal emotion. You can see it in how they respond when someone wishes them. They're polite, grateful, but not overwhelmed. There's no rush to post about it, no urge to document the moment, no feeling that something needs to be performed or proven. For them, celebration doesn't require a calendar because meaning isn't tied to a date. Often these individuals are more reflective than expressive. They think about the year quietly. They notice what changed, what stayed the same, and what they slowly outgrew. They may replay certain moments, small decisions, subtle shifts, things no one else would notice. The day becomes less about age and more about awareness, about where they are and where they're no longer standing. Some even prefer being alone on their birthday. Not because they're sad, not because they're disconnected, but because solitude feels comfortable, familiar, a space where nothing is expected, where nothing has to be explained, where silence doesn't feel empty. To others, this can look like emotional distance or detachment, but internally, their attention is simply turned inward. They don't avoid joy. They don't reject warmth. They just experience it quietly, without an audience. Many of them learned early not to expect much from others, not out of bitterness, but out of adaptation. Appreciation became something they felt privately, not something they waited to receive publicly. Over time, this created a quiet independence, a way of enjoying moments without needing acknowledgement or confirmation. They don't tie happiness to events. They don't wait for special days to feel grounded or complete. Instead of excitement, their birthdays bring perspective. Instead of celebration, stillness. And for them, that feels complete. If any of this feels familiar, it doesn't mean you dislike birthdays. It doesn't mean something is missing. It means your relationship with meaning is personal, internal, and quietly defined. Some people celebrate outwardly. Others mark time silently. Neither is wrong. Neither is empty. Human behavior isn't always meant to be explained or labeled or corrected. Sometimes it's simply shaped by how someone learned to value moments, quietly, steadily, without an audience. And sometimes treating a birthday like a normal day isn't indifference at all. It's peace. If you enjoy observing human behavior without judgment, this is what Human Unfolded is about.